Hey, bro. Sorry for the delay, man.
Nah, all good. Thanks for accommodating me.
No stress, bro. Is it what is it? It's bloody late Friday afternoon, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. 5:20.
5 o'clock. Good
Just got
week,
home.
bro. How'd you get on?
Mm,
Somewhat.
still in
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
still in that hell, still in that hell grind stage, eh? So,
yeah.
um,
How long you
just
been going for?
like my company, 18 months,
Yeah,
but I was sole trading for about 8 years before that.
yeah. Sweet. And then is it just
Mm.
you and how big's the team?
Me, qualified guy came on into last year, my age, mid 30s, and I've got an 18-year-old apprentice. So he's been
Yeah,
a game
nice.
changer. It means I can leave
The
site,
apprentice.
do a bit more. No, the
The builder.
qualified guy.
Yeah,
Mm.
nice. Yeah.
He
So,
he ran his own company for a few years.
yeah, man.
So
Yeah, there's so much. Oh, I mean, shit. We just hired a QS guy that in Australia, and he had his own company, but he just kind of was raising a family now, and it's just timing. Like, there's such a different level between being fantastic at your job and then running a business, man. It's a complete different thing.
oh yeah. It's yeah,
Mm.
fuck, you just don't know what you don't know, eh?
Yeah, bro, it's tough work, eh? What's like
And
the main
and
sort of? Oh, you go.
no, it's all good. You go.
What's kind of the main like pain points at the moment? So like this qualified guy must take quite a bit of pressure off your plate.
Yeah, well, I'm still a massive chunk of the labour,
Yeah.
which is always that that point where you got to decide whether what you want to do really, yeah, like if you want to stay on the
Mm.
tools. But
Yeah.
uh, I'm trying to do Tuesdays at home in the office doing admin, so I don't have to do it at night because I've got young kids. So,
Yeah.
um, but it like Tuesday rolls around, I'm like, fuck, just too busy. I got to get to site. So,
How many
um,
jobs are you running at a time?
it all depends on the size because I've since
Yeah.
I started my company, I came back to Tauranga from Auckland after being a foreman up there for 8 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Brought the kids back to Tauranga and different town for where I grew up. I grew up down here. Different town, housing group market, bubble sort of bursting. Obviously,
Mm.
all the big established
Yeah.
guys have got the mean jobs. So I just like having to spend what money I can on advertising, do fucking BNI, slave through that,
Yeah.
try and get my name out
Yeah.
there and
Nah.
stuff. So,
Yeah. Oh, dude, it sounds
but
like
at the
yeah.
moment,
The way
through advertising,
you
I got a
kind
decent beachfront job in Waihi Beach.
mean.
So
Yeah.
we're traveling there. It's labor only charge up, which is it's not like great for the profit, but it's it's sort of one of those ones that's like fuck, it's good for the photos and it's sort of
Yeah.
like this
Yeah.
work I was doing in Auckland. So it's
Mm.
beachfront. It drives at 45 minutes. So Auckland time frames it's not bad for travel for me.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
That
and
I can
little
see
jobs
how
like
that would
today,
be
it
a
rain.
I can see how that would be a killer when Tuesday rolls around, and then if you've got to duck out even for just one thing on site, well, there's 2.5 hours or 3 hours by the time you drive there, faff around for whatever how long, and then drive back. So that is a bit of a
Yeah.
killer, right? Yeah,
I just tell myself that I know that it's not going to be forever, so I've got some jobs in the pipeline, hopefully, so
yeah, nice.
which are
So
full
obviously,
contracts. So
with your marketing and stuff at the moment, you're obviously trying to sort of tailor all your work to be central Tauranga. Obviously, stop the travel.
yeah. Like if it was a full contract job in Waihi Beach, it'd be even more
It'd be
appealing.
worth it. Yeah, if it was a
Yeah.
seven-figure new build and you're pricing it at 20%,
Mm.
it'd be worth it.
This
Mm.
will be a fucking seven-figure new build, but yeah, I'm not touching. I'm touching a bit of materials and just all the labor,
Yeah.
really,
So
and a few subbies that I can bring.
is it owner project managed or like a tier one builder or
Now
main
I'm
contract?
project managing it on my
Uh,
time, so I charge him for office hours and stuff like that that I do after off-site at
okay.
home because
Yeah.
he's got no fucking idea.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
he's one of those he's got a lot of money I think, but he's one of those dudes who's he fucking trying to get blood from a
He'll,
stone for money, I think, out of him.
yeah, he'll
But
be a tight
that's how
ass
he's
when he
made
can.
so much fucking money over time, mate.
Yeah, bro, that's it, man. 100%. Okay,
So I can
so
sort of take, yeah.
yeah, so the main so obviously that job's going well, and then are you tying in like how long are you there for, and then are you tying in a lot of other smaller jobs like whilst you're doing that, where you can peel one guy off
Yeah,
for a couple of days and invoice out 10 grand or something, you know?
yeah. Like tomorrow, we're sneaking into a little. Oh, my wife's just vacuuming. Is that not too loud for you? Can you
No,
hear?
it's all good. Yeah, we're good. We're
Okay.
good.
Um, like today, snuck into a little through my Spark. Gave me a lead. Or just got me onto this lady who's we just rejigged the whole master bedroom, like ripped out a partition wall, framed up
Man,
something new, changed the door and ensuite, moved some stuff. So yeah, it's like took me all three of us here today, just me and the apprentice tomorrow, and that's like a 15 grand
yeah.
job,
That
which is hopefully
see
yeah,
like
we got to
that.
go back next Saturday to do finishing lines. So that's little profitable jobs that I'm trying to sneak in. But it means
Yeah,
that my time's just like, I'm never fucking home and
yeah,
shit
yeah.
like that. So, but I just
Is
know
does
I realized you got to grind it at some stage. You got to accept the
yeah.
grind for a few years. Or else you're fucked.
100%. Man, when I was like first doing my start out phase, like probably the first 3 years was like I was running that like recruitment style model in Queenstown. So I just did like the charge up model. I just like loved comms and like that organizing chaos. And I did the same
Mm,
thing. I had like 10 to 15 guys like charged out on sites. And then whenever my time was free, usually that would take me till like 10 a.m. And then from 10 till 3, I was literally just like on the phone, just pricing small shit. And then I would try to pull a guy off every couple of days to do like a 2 grand job or a 5 grand job. And then
mm,
eventually from that, once I did enough small stuff, you would eventually start winning some, bigger size contracts. I've always just used it as a numbers
yeah.
game, eh? Like if you go and do 10 $10,000 jobs or 10 $5,000 jobs, you're going to get like a 50,000 or $100,000 opportunity job. So I just think
Mm,
for you in your grind phase, it would be like one, you've got to keep your boys busy and grow your team. So even if you are doing this like labor only new build, yeah, it's not ideal. Like you said, it's just that grind phase. You're like building a team, keeping boys busy. But then whenever you do get a breather, I know it's hard and you've got kids and stuff. It would be a bit of a nightmare, but you've got to be trying to find those opportunities to price those bigger jobs,
mm.
find those smaller leads. And if like how much are you investing into your marketing and advertising at the moment?
Just because of this, just because of the finance at the moment, I think I'm spending about $1,000 a month on Google Ads, and
Yeah,
like I met my ads guy through my BNI, so he's just starting out, so I get him for about 250 a month excluding.
yeah,
So
yeah,
he's
nice.
so it's sort of cost effective, and yeah, like this Why He Beach job came out of that, so that was sort of good. Like it's not one of those crazy labor only where you're trying to hit a rate, but I get paid
Yeah,
for what we do, so it's not, yeah. But
yeah, absolutely.
yeah,
So
so I got a few leads. I think you guys priced. I don't know if it was you, but I inquired about you guys pricing a five burn down for me a couple of weeks ago, but that's sort of on hold at the moment. But I've got a reclad that I've priced up.
yeah,
It's 350K, so that should be coming ahead later this year, and got a
yeah,
few other
nice.
leads. But I think the best in Taringa, the best because it's such a sort of clicky town, which I've found, you got to like its referrals are like almost better down here, just because like
Yeah,
everyone everyone's only one, like everyone knows someone of someone, so it's
yeah,
just like
absolutely.
yeah,
That's the
yeah,
difference between Auckland and regions, man. Like Auckland, you can get away
yeah,
with being a bit of a fuckwit. Regions, you can't, man. Like
yeah. No.
if you rip someone off or do something
Well, and
dodgy, you
Taringa boomed. I missed the boom of Taringa being in Auckland, but from everything I heard, like it was just fucking manic because all those subdivisions were getting built, and people just and all the money was cheap, and people were yeah, just
yeah,
paying
going
whatever,
crazy.
asking whatever.
Yeah.
Missed that, but like I think to myself, like if I can survive this time coming down here to start a recession, then I'll be
Oh,
fucking sweet.
yeah. The thing is like people throw that word around a lot. Yeah, money is tight and jobs are becoming a little bit harder to win, but man, I think if you're
And
actively marketing, actively getting leads, chasing stuff up, and doing your sales properly, you're still going to win. Stuff still needs to be done, and there's always people with
Yeah,
money that are
exactly.
still going to do stuff. So, yeah. So you've got your marketing sort of sorted. You've got like a solid, somewhat of a foreman. How long is that labor only job
Hmm.
going for?
Probably till, because at the moment they just want us to close it in. They're going to see where they're at because they have like kids or whatever are builders in Auckland as well, so they're gonna. And they wouldn't, if my other jobs come through, I wouldn't even mind because I'm sort of getting sick of traveling out there at the
Okay.
moment. But
So like, what stage are you at right now?
we are going to be probably starting the roof frame, rafters and trusses turned up yesterday. Yeah, yesterday.
Yeah.
And so we're just finishing straightening. It's a big two-story place, so
Yeah.
it's all architectural, so it's a bit slower than like a
Bit
just
slow.
typical
Yeah.
build.
So like
Big
closed
four and a
in.
half meter high one. Yeah, closed in will be probably June, I reckon.
Oh, sweet. So you got like another, what's that, 2 months, 3 months?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
convinced him to Rabbit as well because he was gonna pay for it. I was like, let's
Yeah.
Rabbit, so then you can actually, if your son comes free, you can start doing inside work
Yeah.
pretty much all
Cool.
the time.
So
But yeah,
what
do that.
what other what what other work stuff do you have kind of have like pipeline wise between now and June that potentially could come in? You said there's a project
Yeah,
there.
I've got this little job, and I've got another. I because the wife put posts up on all like the community pages and like
Yeah,
mum
bro.
pages on Facebook and stuff like that. And then I think I asked you a while back, like, because you said on one of your podcasts you did like a media course or whatever. Because
Mm,
I don't have social media on my phone because it's fucking distracting. So I just
it is, bro.
send her,
Yeah.
but send her videos and photos every day. I try to remember, so then she can start posting. And then we signed up for Skillshare, and she like looks at there's that Skillshare's like little subscription like video training fucking thing.
Yeah, yeah,
Heard
yeah.
I popped up somewhere. So she does a few of those courses to try and like learn about social media marketing and Instagram
Yeah, that's
SEO
cool,
and all
man.
that crap. Eh?
Yeah, yeah. No, it seems like a bit of a fugazi, but it's so powerful, man. Like you will win work through it.
That's right. Um, yeah, yeah. So
Yeah,
I know. I'm just trying to absorb everything at the moment. It's fucking
yeah,
but yeah.
100%.
I'm
So,
yeah
so you're just kind
absorb all your
essentially,
stuff. Hmm.
yeah, you're pretty much just wearing every hat at the moment between making sure jobs are going well, pricing jobs,
Oh,
you're on the tools, you are looking at you're actively advertising, selling, and talking to whoever you can whenever you can. It's
yeah. Looking at
yeah,
looking
it's
at jobs at 6 o'clock at night on Sundays, all that shit like that.
yeah, it's niggly, bro. I mean, it's real hard. There literally is like, if you're doing everything right there, there's literally just like no kind of right or wrong advice or what you can do. You just have to do it. Like when I first started
Yeah, yeah.
RapidQS, man, I wouldn't go to sleep every night, do my day to day work, and then I wouldn't go to bed every night until I'd sent out enough DMs to builders that I'd get a 24-hour block on Instagram. That was like my goal every night.
Mm.
Um, and then once we started getting a backlog there, my next sort of grind phase was, price a job every single day or night, and then make a content like video reel out of it. And I just downloaded this little app, Splice, I think, and then I just made content, posted it. So it's like right now you're in that phase of try and shake 5 new hands a week, or generate 5 new leads, make sure the job's running sweet. Because I mean, if you're getting paid, you've got a little pipeline of work there, you can keep growing on it. All you can really do now is just keep working on your advertising and marketing. If your finances are okay and everything's kind of on track there, invest every spare dollar you can into whatever you can do to get awareness, whether that's getting
Mm.
a photographer person in, or even yourself, just like once a fortnight, make 5 to 6, 7 short little reels, be posting those. Like usually everyone's problem is a scarcity of work. That's what's happening at the moment. And if you can like beat your competition in your area with enough leads and enough business, you've nutted out the number one problem. That's why I do so much social media, because I know how powerful it is.
Yeah, well, it like makes sense. Eh? Like it's just like attrition, isn't it? Just like just being there every fucking day in front of everyone, isn't it? So yeah,
Yeah,
I've met a photographer video guy in the BNI on
me.
Tuesday, so I'm having a talk with him next week to see what he can do,
Yeah,
and even like admin, because like I'm trying to get the wife on admin. so I do less of it. But we got too many young kids. We got 3 kids, so
Yeah. You're a busy man.
I started using Builder Price
Yeah,
a couple of months ago. So there's a lady that you link up with through there, and she can help with admin if you pay her like 100 something bucks a week. So I'm gonna see what she can do. Um,
yeah.
give me a bit of hand take because I just gotta I need to get all my systems right as well because I just know I'm pretty methodical in my head and I know what I want, but when I sit down at the computer, I'm like, fuck, I can't remember what I want to do
Yeah, it's
and
niggly, bro.
get all that.
I
Yeah,
do like notepad and like 30-minute slots, say. So like whenever I've got ideas, I'll just write out like a daily list of what needs to be done,
yeah,
and then I just break it up into slots. Because if you go to the computer and you've got 15 tasks and you're trying to attack, you've just got to kind of go nut out 5 at a time. So yeah, I definitely know what it's like. What's another like?
yeah. That's it.
You don't struggle with payments or anything from these guys? Like that's all sorted. Like cash flow is pretty strong.
Well, the first job I did by myself, the first big job I did myself, I think it was kind of Taringa, got a little bit sticky, but only at like a couple of grand. Um, but again, it's what you don't know. Like back then, like I didn't even know what PNG was. Like I wasn't pricing that in. I
Yeah.
was
Yeah, there was
I was using fuck, what was I using? I was using that building hub girl, that building hub lady. Her contracts. She's out.
yeah,
There's that crowd that she helps with contracts or whatever. But now I pay for someone to write me up a pretty bulletproof contract. But then
yeah,
but then the banks have been saying to some people that you need to be like a master builder or a certified builder because they want those 10-year guarantees, even though if you actually know about them, they're sort of they
nah,
cost and they're not like, and people don't really know about them. And then so, but yeah, it's just, most people, people pay like I've got it pretty systemized now. So it's like terms of trade on smaller jobs with a multi-use form that they have to sign once they accept when I send out with my quote. So they'll
yeah,
sign that. So I'll send my quote out through Builder Price, or it comes off Builder Price as a PDF. I attach that with my like sort of this debt collection crowd wrote me terms of trade, construction contract, in a few different forms, like multi-use form. So I fill that out at the same time. So they sign and date it. That they've So on a smaller job, I won't do a contract. If it's under 30 grand, I'll just use my terms of trade attached. That means they
yeah. That's
sign that,
fine.
they'll read the terms of trade. And then if
Yeah,
it's over 30 grand, obviously get a
these
get them to still sign that out, then the contract will go out in a bit.
yeah these smaller jobs that you're doing. Are you doing all these fixed price?
Yeah.
And then what
I'm
payment
taking it off
terms are
what
you
you've
doing?
set.
Yeah, 100%, man.
Normally like 50% up front.
Yeah,
If I know
good man.
them, like the one we're doing today, I know the lady. It's like I'll bill her after the 2 days we're there about
Yeah,
80%, and then say 20% once we come back and do the finishing lines.
yeah. That's a good way to
But yeah,
do it, eh?
like and old me wouldn't have that would have been too shit scared to do fixed price. But just listening to like what you say, and then listening to what the some of the other content from like the those other fellas, what are they called, those sales guys,
Professional,
fucking
not
yeah,
the
Bishop
professional
Built,
builder.
yeah,
Yeah,
them. I listen to all the like they're pretty heavy on the sales, which is a bit of jargon for me. Sometimes I can't really get my head around, but um, it's just good to like just take everyone's perspective. But yeah, I'm pretty
yeah,
confident now in my pricing. So yeah, little jobs, fixed price it, fucking
yeah,
smash it out.
yeah. Nice. Yeah, that's the one. So,
Yeah,
like your guy who's doing your ads at the moment, like how many leads a month or like a fortnight is he kind of chasing right now? Are you getting
fuck,
5, 10, 10?
maybe 5. Yeah, 5 to 10 a
Yeah.
month, maybe.
And out of those 5 are like, what's kind of your close rate?
I'm getting better at just kicking people off. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm just like, I'm too expensive for. I don't want to do that for you. I'm
Yeah.
gonna be too expensive, and just walking away. So,
Yeah.
um, yeah. So, but I'm getting my website rebuilt because I sort of got swindled by a crowd, and
Oh
so
no.
um, once that gets redone, get some better content with a video guy, and then push harder on the ads, probably get some more. But then there's like SEO. Like well, as you do, you always get approached by these crowds who like they're going hard on SEO. And so it's sort of like, I don't know, what's your opinion on Google Ads versus SEO? Both, I imagine, but
Yeah, yeah. So like, I invested probably for 10 grand a year into SEO when we were running the building company, and then we were running
yeah,
ads on top of that and awareness. So I think we were spending close to 80,000 a year. Um, and then for RapidQS, it's a different type of content. So we're like doing a lot of awareness and a lot of blogs to rank for SEO. So like we just want people to get to our website pretty much first in
yeah,
mind and spend more time on there reading like informative stuff. So I'm making a big push to put more informative stuff on there. Definitely invest in it, 100%, man. It's just like I'm trying to think of the analogy of what SEO does, but it pretty much just like keeps your like website ranking in the top lot of like
yeah, yeah,
Google
yeah.
searches, Facebook searches, and then the other thing you can do is you need to get a Google business listing page, and then you can start
I
getting
got that.
5-star reviews. When people go,
Yeah,
yeah,
I got
nice. Have
that.
you got any reviews right now?
Yeah, I got five stars.
Yeah, that's good, man. So like most people haven't really kind of hacked onto that, but yeah, if you can make an aim or a goal to get one or two of those a month if you can,
Yeah,
that's that's
I've got a list of old clients I haven't sent it out to you because like you sort of go through phases. But
yeah,
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 I
yeah,
sort of figured I stumbled through the Google business myself before I had anyone on board. I just like, and it's like this the same old yarn that everyone has, that you even like all the podcasts that you do and you talk to guys and everyone's like, oh, at the start, yeah, I was just stumbling through blindly and you don't know what you don't know, and then you sort of
yeah,
it's easy to sort of think back in 10 years, I guess, when you're fucking crushing it.
yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
what even the last year and a half, like what I was thinking and doing a year and a half ago, I'm like, fuck, why didn't I do that then, even a year and a half ago? But you
Yeah,
just
yeah,
don't know what
yeah.
you don't know, eh?
That's the game of life, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Ah.
the building stuff's good. Your pricing's kind of pretty good. Like, are you doing any like basic back costing just to make sure these smaller jobs you're doing are making money?
Yeah, yeah, I'm doing, and that's what builder price is going to help me do because
Yeah.
I've been stumbling through. I got mates who fucking, and I think I've heard you talk about like crush Excel or Google spreadsheets and stuff, but I've tried to sit down and do Excel and Google and spreadsheets and even watch like 4 hours of fucking YouTube videos. I'm just like,
Yeah.
so I've been
What?
stumbling through the apps over the
How are
years.
you
Like
doing your
I went
pricing?
through 'em through builder price now.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
So
Yeah.
it literally used to be, what the hell I used to, I used to just do it on like Excel or whatever the sheets, whatever was on MacBook. And I just do a column. I'm always just a task and hours guy.
Yeah, same as
Um,
me, man. 100%.
task and hours, and I have it on that. But I just wanted to sort of systemize it in my head. I'm like, I need to try and systemize it. So then I went to like Next Minute, and I fucking hated that. And then I went to Fergus, and I just sort of stayed on Fergus for ages because they had like the materials link up real clean. So, but then
Yeah.
that was more like I realized that you get to a point where that's like definitely more of a service industry. So like if you're like a maintenance guy or builder, a plumber,
Yeah.
it's better for that. And then I stumbled across builder price, and that's they are big on labor factors for materials, but you can also just can that and then in their miscellaneous column just do tasks and hours and call that your labor. But
Okay.
it's all linked up to like your merchant, so that's another thing that I like. You can just like pick it and you make templates. So like in the future, once you've done X amount of jobs, I've had enough time to do the admin to create a template for every fucking thing. You just pick your
Yeah.
template, materials are all listed, quantity it, your templates are there for all your different labors, bang,
Yeah.
and then your
Yeah.
PNG templates are all there. So it just means I don't forget things, and it's got a good back costing thing, and it's linked to zero and shit. So Um, it's not cheap. It's not that expensive. It's about 350 a month.
Yeah. Are you using you're running zero as well for your invoicing and quoting?
Yeah, yeah.
Quoting
I
out of
use Zero for
it's all linked up.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all linked up. So not quoting out of, just
Yeah.
invoicing payment claim out of.
Invoicing.
But you create like a what do they call it? Like a schedule out of builder price. A builder price doesn't invoice, but you input all your bills and your boys' hours if it's a charge up, or you just put them into back cost it if you're doing a fixed price one, and then you
Yeah.
create like a PDF that you attach to your payment claim invoice with Xero. But I love Xero because for years I just used Xero and Xero projects.
Yeah, Xero's good, man.
And that was
I rate Xero.
yeah,
I just
fucking.
hate their two-step
I just,
authentication. I'm like, what can someone do
yeah,
if they
yeah,
get into your Xero? Send an invoice to
yeah,
someone? Ooh. Yeah.
yeah. No.
Yeah, it's fucking annoying.
um,
No, that's good.
yeah,
I mean, it sounds like you've got like you're investing a lot of time, which is good. Like you're
yeah.
doing all your research and your DD. So it's probably, man. I mean, it's the same. It's kind of the same combo with everyone at the moment, man. It's almost just like, yeah, things are probably going to be like tight until the end of the year. But it's literally just a game
Mm,
of like try to not stop investing. Obviously, look at your cash flow, but you're pretty good. I mean, you've got locked in work till midway through the year anyway. So then all you really
yeah,
need to do is try and land another one or two half decent jobs, and you can pretty much ride
yeah. Like
this
the
little
reclad,
dead
they've
cat.
gone. I sent them a quote for this reclad, and they've gone to their bank, been approved. They're just waiting for the architect to update. They changed their cladding and changed a few
Okay.
things. So they're waiting for the architect to update, and then they're going to submit it to council. So that is going to go ahead this year. They just don't know an exact timeline yet. And I've got a few other
How much
leads.
work have you done for them yet? Like, could you maybe issue them a bit of like could you use a bit of a scarcity tactic, and if there's any like materials in there that need to be ordered, or like a pre-buys commitment fee
Mm,
to do some organizing? Like, is there any way
yeah,
you
well,
could
that's the
get?
next thing. That's the next thing I need to start getting better at. Um, is that pricing for? I mean, billing for quotes like you guys will
You got to
on
bill for
about.
this upfront time, man. Are they like a
Yeah,
referral
yeah.
lead, or how'd you come across them? Marketing?
I did a little job. I rejibbed and insulated, yeah, 3 bedrooms in their same house a year and a
Yeah,
half ago
man.
when I first came
That's
down,
it.
and then they were like, "We like you, come back,
Yep.
do
Sweet,
the
bro.
full
That's some.
reclad in the kitchen and the kitchen," and
Yeah.
so like, yeah, I put a lot of meat, a decent. I've covered all those costs in the
Yeah.
price. So I'm like, it's one of those ones. It's like I'm pretty fucking certain it's going to go ahead. So,
Yeah, see,
but yeah,
try and not run off the game of pretty sure. Try and run
yeah,
off
yeah,
the
yeah.
game of they've already paid me 5Gs. They've given me an indication I've done X amount of work for them. This thing's fucking locked in, you know? Like,
Mm.
would you say how many hours work have you done for them to date, you reckon? In regards to price, subbies, calls, 10 hours?
Oh, probably more than that.
Bro, I'd be flicking up a little bit of an email for them, man, and just politely saying, hey, can we just to secure this for me, just so I can plan stuff in and just play the card of, hey, I've got quite a bit of stuff coming in. I really like you guys. I want to do another job for you. I really want to lock this in. Is it okay if we just do like a $2,000 like commitment buyer's fee, just so I know it's
Yeah,
in the pipeline? That's not unnormal. Like I locked in a painter for a new build in Wanganui, man, and I paid him $1,000 4 months before the job was starting because he said, "Hey, bro, I'm pretty busy," and I was like, "I'm happy to pay a deposit, man, to lock in a date." You know,
yeah. That's true. Yeah, fuck, it's not. That
you've got to
shouldn't be
look at that,
true.
because it's like it's a big thing. Like if you
Oh yeah,
because in the back of your mind, you're like, "Okay, cool, I've got this whatever $300,000 job coming up. Yep, cool. They've given me word of mouth, but and then you might not actively chase a lot of work because you know you're going to be busy. And then what if they pull out and then you haven't done all the sales and
mm,
hunting and you've got no backups? Just something to think about. I know
yeah,
you
yeah.
know this. You're a smart dude. You're
Oh,
probably just
I do. Fucking yeah, I know it, and I hear it, and it's like it's just that sort of. It's almost like it's like a mental. It's and I don't
yeah.
know. A Kiwi's just shit talking about money because like it's just like this sort of mental block that's hard to fucking ask for a day.
We're real taboo about money, man. Like if I don't know, the videos that we
That's
put
why
out
it's
of
good.
anything to do with money and rates. They're the ones that people love, eh? People love hearing about money, eh?
What's the? Because have you looked into what's the something about? I mean, because I watched years ago when I first was still in Auckland, like trying to work out what's going on myself, watching some of these videos from this building hub lady, and she'd do Zoom like community, and she was like saying she can't talk about rates because it's sort of like someone can look at it and class it as like the cartel, what is that cartel law? Because you're sort of like everyone's sort of going, oh, that's the rate, we'll just and things like
Yeah.
that.
Dude, I don't know, man.
But
I don't know too much about that. I'm like a real kind of like
I
just
liked it.
yeah. I'm just like a common like. What's wrong with putting out like what's wrong with putting out rates or average rates? Like when you go and buy an iPhone, you know what the price is. Like yeah,
Yeah,
you
it's
could
weird.
say the same about grocery stores, like the price of milk being $1 cheaper somewhere else. People disclose rates
Yeah,
everywhere.
yeah.
The
Well, I
service
like it. I
industry is the
like
one
it. Seems.
where there's no regulation.
Yeah, you go. Yeah, well, it's like the last year because like all the content you start putting out, and then that other crowd have started doing a lot more. Boy, boy. And
Yeah,
and so like there is a lot more talk, I think, going out, a lot more just and even just all the builders you're talking to, like some of the quite established guys in Aussie and NZ, it's just sort of like it's good to like just hear like their stories because like you sort of get like you say, and I've heard people say you get like caught in a little like echo chamber because you don't see other like and
yeah,
it's weird because like you don't normally go talking to other builders and you sort of unless they're your mate like close mates you don't go talking to like Joe down the street about fucking how
yeah,
he's
yeah, yeah.
finding it
Well,
and
dude,
what he's charging
that's why I
and
went to this. That's why I went to the States, bro, like a week ago. I just wanted to see how stuff's been done, like what's different over there. And like, it's good to always just learn and, yeah, just see how people are doing stuff differently. Cause I'm like definitely, nowhere near the best builder or anything. I just know my skill set where I'm better. And I just want to go and learn and see how people are doing stuff differently. Cause everyone does stuff different across the
mm,
board. So it's good to see. And I know other
yeah,
people
got those
appreciate
two
hearing
last
that.
yeah those two Aussie guys that you talked to that got me thinking about those passive houses and I looked into that for a bit just because I'd
Yeah.
never really sort of heard about it and that pro climate product and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's funny. I went to Aussie. We went to Gold Coast a couple months ago for a family holiday before my kid went to school, and just walking
Yeah.
around Gold Coast, like down Mermaids and Broad Beach. I mean, looking at some of the new builds going on, it's like, fuck, I don't think they have head flashing above their windows, eh? Like, and just things like that. Just noticing things like that.
Yeah.
But
Different
that's
areas,
just the
different
rains.
zones,
Obviously, not
different.
rain's not as intense. Mm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nah, that's all good. Hey, are you sort of happy with what we've covered there, bro? Does that give any insight or help
So
just
again,
with
sorry.
stuff? Does that kind of
Yeah,
like? Do you feel like
that's
we've
cool.
covered some good topics there?
Yeah, yeah. It's just
Okay.
like I know I know like everything that I was gonna I need everything I need to do. I know it's just
Yeah,
it's always just there in the back of my mind. Like I need to
yeah,
get someone doing half my admin time. I need to get probably need to spend more money on advertising. I need to try and
yeah,
do follow ups better. I need to fucking charge
yeah.
for my pricing. I need
Your
to
goal your goal should be every week just looking at like what is going to be the 20% like best items you can do for your business every week, and it's always taking like a time audit and looking at how you can replace yourself. So like yeah, unfortunately you're in sort of in the
yeah
phase where you do need to be on site a little bit more, but I think once you can remove that block, and to be fair we could probably talk more about that, about why you are on site so much, but yeah, the block for you is like the more hands you're shaking, that's what you need to be doing. You need to be sending out proposals. Like that's what you should be doing. You should be doing full time sales and proposals. Like if you fast track what you're doing now and you looked at 18 months, all you should be doing is going from sending out 5 proposals a month to fucking 20 and you're winning 25% close rate. So it's like,
mm.
why do you think
So you got
like
to
this
work
foreman
on
guy,
getting the leads in.
yeah, leads and then
Yeah, you got to
converting.
work on getting.
So
So you
this
got to get. Yeah.
Just sorry, mate. I'm just want to nut out a couple of things here. So, why do you feel like you have to be on site all the time? Like this guy who's a foreman, who's a gun, can him and the apprentice not do a lot of the workload there, and then you can still bill like 10 hours a week to that job for admin and organizing? Like, do you need to be there every day, or are you just worried that shit's not going to happen?
It's just nah. I trust him. It's just the size of the job.
Yeah, yeah. Can you get another
So
builder?
that's the
Builders are
side.
just
Yeah, well that was my that's my next sort of yeah. But the thing is, it's also like that. I fucking still like building with my hands,
oh
but it's not
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
progress me to where I want to go.
Well,
I'm one
it's
of those
just
fucking dudes. So
yeah, yeah, man. Well, I can't.
yeah,
I
so like
definitely can't help you there. You know, if you
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
building, bro,
No, no,
fucking,
wait,
you know.
I just missed that last bit. What'd you say?
Sorry, I mean, I can't if I can't help you get to where you go if you like being on the tools and you like building, bro. That's it. You're sussed, you know. But if you want to be a
Yeah, yeah.
business owner,
Well, that's the thing.
and
That's my next thing. It's like, do I just have a one crew and I'm on site 3 or 4 days a week still, or like how do I want to? So that's my next sort of dilemma. And
depends what
because
your main
like
goals
everyone
are.
says, yeah, yeah. It's like everyone says like the biggest hurdle is like like letting go of what's happening on site. But like
Yeah,
I'm fucking real anal. So it's
yeah, yeah, yeah,
it's but yeah, maybe another 6 months. I think once you get past this job, I'm looking
yeah,
at probably getting another guy. I think, and then
yeah.
drop
Even
it down to
even if
3 days a week.
even if you love building heaps, just look at this would be a small target for you. Stay on tools till the end of the year with these two other guys. Make sure that you've kind of got them like they're there, they're solidified. And I don't know what your finance stuff
Yeah.
is, but from what I've spent on marketing, I would look at trying to spend $2,000 to $2,500 a month on marketing in the right areas and on like social awareness and
Mm.
brand between now and the end of the year. Stay on the tools till the end of the year, finish that job, do that reclad. That will pretty much take you probably till Christmas, and then you're going to get some fill-in work and invest 15K on advertising before the end of the year, and then reassess your goals at Christmas and be
Mm.
like, do I still want to be on the tools? Am I hiring another dude? What am I doing? Am I just going to run a one-man team? What does my wife want me to do? How much money are you making? Like reassess what your goals are and go again, you know?
Yeah. Things that I do know that are all just in the back of my head. I just don't want to tell me to my face. So
Yeah, man. Nah, you've got to have some goals or some targets. Otherwise, you kind of just wish wash around, you know?
yeah, I'll also be stuck doing the same over like 2 years' time. I'll be doing the same thing. 2 years older,
Yeah. Okay.
still being on
Well,
site
I'll
90% of the time.
I'll give you a courtesy email every 2 months, bro, and I'll check in with you and make sure you're not. I'll hold you accountable.
Yeah, sweet.
Cool, bro. Anything else you want to ask or sort of look
Nah,
at?
cool, bro. Nah,
Happy?
business mentor. Just one thing. Did you ever get a business mentor or anything like that? Because like obviously, looking at the content of
Um,
the builder, the professional builders, I don't know. I don't know if I'd go down that route. But like, did you ever? Because obviously, business is different to
what?
fucking building, but
Nah,
building is a
bro.
business sort of thing.
I did try one, but I just don't. Yeah, I didn't. I didn't get a lot of value out of it. To be fair, nothing against the guy. I thought he was fantastic as a person. I just think don't know. I've got another guy I played tennis with. He owned like 10 or 15 companies over the course of whatever his 30 years. Mate, like his last business he sold for 50 mil, so he was doing something right. And he told me a thing. One day we went for a
Mm,
tennis session, and he said, "Fuck, you look down today. What's up?" And I was just like, "Bro, I think I was just going through the phase where I wasn't quite making enough money to jump off the tools and project manage and go sales full time." And I said, "Bro, I've been dealing with this problem for like
mm,
3 to 4 months. I don't know what to do." And he literally just said to me, he's like, "Bro, you've just got to keep banging your head against the wall, keep throwing shit against the wall until something sticks." And I was like, "Fair play, bro. It's a pretty good answer." Whereas the business guy was, charging me an arm and a leg and just trying to come up with all these like fucking fancy slides and
mm.
softwares and all this shit. And I was like, "Bro, this ain't fucking helping me, man. This is just taking more time away." Like you've already said it yourself, bro. You know what you need to be doing in your head. So there's kind of your
Yeah,
answer
yeah.
right there.
Just getting the time. Yeah, it's time to do it,
Yeah.
eh?
And that's why
Yeah.
I'm trying to like
Nah.
realize what you're doing. Like if you don't have time, okay, cool, we'll step back off the tools and get another builder. But then you're like, "Oh, I really love building and I can't let go." Well, fuck, you've got to.
Mm.
That's something that you need to suss. Not
Oh
being
yeah,
rude.
yeah.
I'm just
That's
like you're trying to
what's
get.
that?
But
Yeah, 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 yeah.
yeah,
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. I know that as well.
yeah,
It's that classic of going from builder to business owner
yeah.
and
Goodness,
making
something
that
hard.
definite transition, eh?
Yeah.
Mm.
Nah, all good, man. Let me
No,
know if
cool,
there's
man.
anything else I
Cheers
can
for
do
the
to help,
call.
man. Just shoot me an email, shoot me a text. Hope that's helped.
No,
Hope you've
yeah,
got something
sweet.
out of
And
it.
whenever I get jobs that I'm too busy to price, I always try and flick them through to you guys. Like you did the reclad.
Yeah.
You priced a reclad for
E-
me in Whiti Toa. early on,
Yeah.
which that's probably still going to happen in like a year's time, I think.
Pipeline, bro. Beauty.
But yeah,
Right, let's try to get some
yeah,
money off them too. And on the next one, man, let's try to get them to pay for that QS report. I'll give you that email. I can give you like the text and phone follow up chain. It works pretty well, if people are invested. So yeah,
yeah. That's the thing. And if
cool.
they're not invested, fucking, yeah, it's going to be
Yeah,
hard, but just flick them probably. Eh?
yeah, that's it, man. All right, bro. Thanks for that. Appreciate it, man.
Cool, bro. No worries. Cheers for the call.
Leisure,
Thanks,
bro.
man.
Have a good weekend.